really like that sweater, Courtney.
Like it?
I love it.
You're not tired of looking at it?
No.
I wore it in November, in December, and now in January.
And it's still just as sparkly as ever?
Yeah.
Have you noticed mine?
How can I not? May I?
Of course, of course. Yeah. So I won the ugly Christmas sweater contest at work, and I've just not been able to take it off since. And you'll notice, I think Santa's getting bigger and bigger from all the holiday eating, and he's eventually just going to spill out, which is a wonderful segue into our next winning segment. We took a field trip to Glenville Lake for this top segment to get an update on the Spillway project. And you're probably asking yourself, what in the world is a spillway? Well, let's take another look at the new spillway and learn about the benefits it will provide in another winning PWC Connections segment.
Sounds good.
The spillway and the dam is a part of our water supply system. Our primary supply is the Cape Fear River. However, the series of 4 lakes on Little Cross Creek do provide additional source water. The Glenville Lake Dam is the lower of the 4 dams and is the location of the primary intake structures. The Glenville Lake is fed by the 3 other lakes. The dam and spillway create the impoundment for which the water can be diverted into the plant or pumped into the plant. The Glenville Lake Dam and Spillway is an old structure, originally built in the early 1900s in some shape and fashion. We're not sure exactly what existed back then. In the 1940s, mid-40s, it was reconstructed to pretty much what you see now. So the existing dam has been here since the 40s, and with anything else, with age, you begin to show signs of deterioration. We noticed some cracks in the spillway, some other deterioration that caused concern. Because of the importance to the overall water supply for the city, it was determined that it was time to invest in replacing the spillway and ensuring the future stability of the dam and thus the dependable water supply. Construction began in August of 2014. They were completed back in mid to early January. There are some remaining punch list items, some dress up and clean up, stabilization of some of the disturbed areas. But for all practical purposes, the spillway construction has been completed. The only difference you'll see is the beige areas in the background. That has been seeded. That's earth portions. That has been seeded, and the difference will be that will be nice and green, hopefully in the next 60 to 90 days. But the actual spillway structure will look the same. It's our intention to begin filling the lake sometime in March. There's various things that's dependent on, but the intent is to close the gates and begin refilling the lake in March. Soon thereafter, in coordination with the State Wildlife Resources Commission, we will be bringing fish in to restock the lake. Depending on the amount of rainfall we get, the lake can fill up anywhere within just a couple of days to maybe a week or 10 days. Just depends on how much rainfall we get. But we are required to release a certain amount of water to maintain the flow in the creek. So we'll maintain that flow in the creek and also begin filling the lake. On average, I would say 10 to 15 days to fill it up. Fishing can resume immediately following the restocking. We have verified that with the Wildlife Resources Commission. There are certain species that will not be stocked immediately that will require a delay, but what the initial restocking with the species that'll be used, fishing can resume immediately. PWC does have an aggressive maintenance and inspection program, so we will be monitoring it routinely. So we expect it to last 50 years or better. The customers probably won't see a big difference in their service. Behind the scenes, what it does is provide security as far as the water supply and maintains the lake system as a viable component of our water supply. The average citizen probably doesn't realize that where the water comes from, and therefore really won't notice any difference in their service. If a citizen has any questions or concerns regarding the lakes and dams, they can just call the normal PWC number, and their call will be routed to the appropriate party that can answer that question.